What's up, family? It's Caden with Urban Finance, and today we're going to be doing a book review of Billionaire Ray Dalio's book, Principles. But before we jump into that, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So Ray Dalio went from an average high school student to becoming the founder and owner of the world's largest and arguably most successful hedge fund company. How did he pull this off? It is through these principles that he recently shared to those who intend to emulate his success. Just know, in the game of investing, always assume that you're missing something, especially when it seems like a sure thing. Ray Dalio understands that we need to be students of history. Just because something has not happened in our lifetime does not mean that it has not happened before. Perhaps the last time an event occurred was before we were alive. And despite it being the first time we have experienced it, we can still be prepared for it. Or like the Bible puts it, there is nothing new under the sun. Before trying to recreate the wheel, learn what has been done. In doing this, you will be able to improve upon what has been done before and start ahead of the competition. Build an idea meritocracy. The best ideas flourish in an idea meritocracy. An idea meritocracy is a system that brings together smart, independent thinkers and have them productively disagree to come up with the best possible collective thinking and resolve their disagreements in a believability-weighted way. An idea meritocracy consists of radical truth, radical transparency, and while we are talking about radical transparency, don't forget to hit that like button, okay? And finally, it consists of believability, or like Ray Dalio likes to say, believability-weighted decision-making. Believability-weighted decision-making is an essential part to the idea meritocracy, and it is centered around a concept of believability. Believable people are those who have a strong track record with at least 3 successes and have great explanations of their approach when probed. A central question to believability weighting is to ask, how do I know I'm right, or how do I know they're right? Dalio believes an idea meritocracy is the best decision-making system because it requires honesty and leads to continual improvement. Wise people stick with sound fundamentals, regardless of whether things are up or down. Ray Dalio hired young people when he started his company Bridgewater, those students that were right out of college. What he discovered is that they had a new way of doing things. They were very innovative. And I'm sure it didn't hurt that he probably could have paid them less. As a manager, it might be natural to want the best ideas to come from yourself, but unless we are able to put our egos to the side, it would become impossible to create an idea meritocracy where the best ideas can flourish. It's important to know that you're right, aka find out the right answer, than to want to be right. Dalio would go out of his way to have conversations and contact the smartest people that disagreed with him to see why they did. This way, he could have a thoughtful conversation about the issue at hand to come up with the best conclusion. Also implied is that you should not waste your time arguing with fools. Here's another principle. It is important to be radically open-minded and radically transparent. To be radically open-minded, you need to appreciate the art of thoughtful disagreements. You need to triangulate your view with believable people who are willing to disagree. You need to have thoughtful disagreements. Thoughtful disagreement is when both parties are motivated by the genuine fear of missing important perspectives. The ability to have thoughtful disagreement depends on whether the individual in the conversations are open or closed-minded. Thoughtful disagreement can only exist when individuals are open-minded. Own your outcomes. Whatever circumstances life brings you, You will be more likely to succeed and find happiness if you take responsibility for making your decisions, instead of complaining about things beyond your control. Doing this is called having an internal locus of control, and people who have such control outperform those who do not. In order to be radically open-minded, you need to confront your barriers. The two barriers to making good decisions are your ego and blind spot. Ego is what makes it hard to accept weaknesses and mistakes because different parts of the brain fight to control how open-minded a person is, while blind spots are areas where a way of thinking precludes seeing a situation accurately. The ways to adapt and overcome ego and blind spots are to teach the brain to work in ways that don't come naturally. Use compensation mechanisms such as program reminders. Rely on others for help who are stronger in areas where a personal weakness exists. Make work and passion one, and do it with people who are also passionate about the same work. This will lead to great success in your life. And I will leave you with this final quote. As a leader, the greatest success you can have is orchestrating others to do stuff without you. A step below that is to do stuff well yourself, and a step below that is to do stuff poorly yourself. Alright family, this is Caden with Urban Finance. We just did a brief review of Dalio's book, Principle. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. And as we always say, love you and remember to live your best life.